Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. I want to start by saying happy Friday to everyone. Thank you guys for hanging in to the end of the week. You guys are what we want to call the real MVPs for joining us today. I'm Cynthia Batzli, the Partner Practice Lead for Cloud Endpoints, and I'm joined here today by my esteemed colleagues, Carey, our Business Strategy Manager, and 𝗦𝗽𝗲𝗸𝗿𝗀𝗁, our Architect from our Center of Excellence. And together, we represent Partner Go-to-Market for the Scale with Cloud and AI Endpoints solution play for this fiscal year. We are so excited to be here with you. Sydney, Mario, and myself like to think we saved the best session for last of all of Ignite. Thank you guys for ending your week with us. Just a quick show of hands. How many partners do we have in the audience? All right, that's great. Love it. Thank you guys for showing up. To kick off, we really wanted to start with a big thank you to all of our partners for your contributions and everything you do to support our joint customers. You have been with us every step of the way with each technology shift, moving to the cloud era, remote work transformation, and now in the age of AI, our partner community has been at the heart of this transformation, supporting our customers and serving as that trusted advisor. And when we talk about modernizing endpoints, the influence our partners are having is truly remarkable. For Windows 365, partners have influenced more than 45% of new volume licensing revenue in this first quarter by delivering exceptional services and solutions to our customers. And for Azure Virtual Desktop, partners are driving closer to 80% of new Azure consumed revenue. These achievements are really a testament of your impact, and I just wanted to take a moment to celebrate your accomplishments. So kudos to each and every one of you, and again, a huge thank you for everything you do. All right, for today, we've got an awesome session planned. We'll talk about the momentum we're seeing with Cloud Endpoints and recap some of the exciting Ignite announcements across Windows Cloud. And then we'll shift gears to discuss what all of this means to you and the partner opportunity, along with resources to help support your go-to-market motions. And then what I'm most excited for, we've got an opportunity for you to hear directly from one of our partners that are having success in this space and the impact that they're seeing. Before we wrap up today. So with that, let's go ahead and dive into our session. When we talk about the momentum, it's important that we highlight to you here that for the third consecutive year, Microsoft was named a leader in the 2025 Gartner Magic Quadrant for Desktop as a Service. Being recognized for leading in execution and vision is a testament to the investments we're making and the impact we're delivering to organizations. And the momentum is real. Gartner forecasts that by 2027, virtual desktops will be cost-effective for 95% of workers and used in primary workspaces for 1 in 5 employees. And as a leader, Microsoft is at the forefront of reimagining this category. And we love, both Sydney, myself, and Mario, we love that our partners are right here alongside with us to lead the way. So I know it was a busy week. There were a lot of exciting announcements. Hopefully you had a chance to sit in on the Windows Cloud sessions. There were so many updates covered this week. And such luck for Ignite to also coincide with Windows' 40-year anniversary. There was a constant theme that hopefully you heard throughout many of the sessions that you attended. Windows is the canvas for AI and at the heart of the AI transformation. It's more than just an operating system. It's the agentic OS powering the frontier firm. With Windows 11, you get secure, enterprise-grade foundation where AI agents run safely and effectively. Copilot plus PCs bring that foundation to life with breakthrough performance and native AI experiences right on the device. And Windows 365 extends that experience to the cloud, giving users personalized AI-ready PC anywhere while simplifying IT. Together, this is how Windows powers the future of work. So we are at a pivotal moment in our AI transformation journey where Windows becomes that execution platform for agentic work. There was so much cross-cloud endpoints portfolio that was announced this week, putting our capabilities between Windows 365 and Azure Virtual Desktop at parity. I just wanted to take a moment to highlight these tier 1 news that you heard listed on the left-hand side, but on the right-hand side is a quick rundown of some other exciting innovations across the portfolio that were also announced this week. Starting with the first announcement, Windows 365 for agents, now in public preview. This extends the local agent workspace to the cloud. So agents can interact with existing software or lines of businesses and to complete tasks. So the key distinction here is really simple. With local PCs, agents operate on secure workspaces alongside the human user. But with Windows 365, the cloud PC itself becomes the agent's secure, policy-controlled environment. The next exciting announcement, Windows 365 Reserve, now generally available. Did anyone in the audience participate in the public preview for Windows 365 Reserve? All right, that's okay. It's now generally available. I highly suggest you take a look at this. This offers a simple, secure, cost-effective temporary cloud PC solution when your primary device is unavailable. So think about loss, theft, ransomware attacks, hardware or software failures, or short-term access needs. IT can quickly provide a reserve cloud PC installed with organizational apps, as well as settings and security policies via Microsoft Intune. And this really fulfills a business continuity need that our customers have been asking for. Next is Windows 365 Cloud Apps and User Experience Sync, also generally available. It gives access to specific apps streamed from the cloud while making sure that app settings in the state are preserved across sessions, giving users exactly what they need to do their jobs. As partners, I'm really excited for you and the opportunity this opens up with your cloud endpoints practices and the number of services that you can build around this. So as we keep moving, let's take a look at the growing opportunity for our partners and what this means for you and the monetization opportunities. So every year, we partner with Forrester to analyze how our AI business solution partners are generating revenue from Microsoft services and solutions. In the most recent 2025 study, partners reported an average earnings for cloud endpoints of $65.50 per user per month for the enterprise customer. This was a 9% year-over-year increase, and partners saw an average attach rate of services, professional services, managed services of 42% with every cloud endpoint opportunity. We dug a little deeper, and the biggest feedback that we heard from our partners was that device management and security is seen as an important component of generative and agentic AI solutions, and it was only expected to grow. On top of all that, from a licensing perspective, there's an additional 18.25% in potential profitability through incentives per eligible workload across the Microsoft 365 portfolio. And we'll dive into how that earning breaks down shortly. With all that we've shared, we totally understand the critical role our partners are playing and the impact that you guys are driving. So we've made investments across the end-to-end customer journey to support your partner execution. For starters, to help you build that demand and drive that pipeline, we've developed a set of curated resources, such as high-propensity customer target lists. We've got a refreshed Windows in the Cloud campaign in a box that is available for you to leverage and customize to help build that demand. At that inspire and design phase, we've refreshed our packaged engagements that hopefully many of you are familiar with, such as our technical assessments, our pilot kits, our proof of concept kits, to help you build that intent with customers and move into that designing solution phase. And then moving along that customer journey to help you win that deal, support deployments, and then drive that expansion across the customers, we have several resources ranging from playbooks, deployment guides, and partner incentives. So for the remainder of our session today, we wanted to focus on the partner incentives available to you to increase your profitability. We'll do a little bit of a deep dive on the cloud endpoints envisioning and POC engagement, Azure Virtual Desktop migration incentives, and then the CSP transactional incentives. So first and foremost, I'd like to introduce you to the Cloud Endpoints Accelerate Partner Incentive Program with coverage across the entire Cloud Endpoints portfolio. Our investments are designed to accelerate the sales cycle and deliver value to customers faster through the help of you, our partner community. For Windows 365 and Intune Suite, this includes the envisioning and POC engagement, which is a one-to-one engagement designed to build intent, again, in the pre-sale stages of the customer journey. And for Azure Virtual Desktop, we have post-sales funding available designed to support migration scenarios and scale Azure consumption. So I want to take a minute to highlight our hero engagement for the Scale with Cloud and AI Endpoint solution play, the Cloud Endpoints Envisioning and POC engagement. This is a one-to-one depth engagement designed to support partner-led sales motions in those pre-sale stages of the customer journey. My colleague Mario is going to join us shortly and talk about this in more detail, but at a high level, this engagement is designed to deliver depth evaluations for Windows 365 and Intune Suite. Partner eligibility is based on achievement of the modernized endpoint specialization, and this engagement, as you can see, is offered in two different sizes, small and medium, which is based on the customer organization's licensing profile. And when it comes to which activities that you can deliver through this engagement, most of you likely already have standardized service offerings in your current sales motions that would be eligible for this funding. The beauty of this engagement is really that we leave it up to you, the partner, to deliver the activity that meets the customer needs. So for example, things like technical assessments, proof of concepts, or pilot engagements to support deployment motions, training and adoption, or business case support. All of these are eligible activities that you can deliver through this engagement. And for Azure Virtual Desktop, funding is available to support you in the post-sale stages. And as we heard or I shared earlier, partners are critical to this motion. This is intended to accelerate customer migrations to Azure Virtual Desktop native and scale Azure consumption. Partner eligibility, we've got two eligibility requirements here. You can either meet this requirement through the Azure Virtual Desktop specialization, and new this fiscal year, we also allowed Solutions Partner designation for infrastructure to also be eligible for this funding. Customer eligibility is going to be based on project size for year one Azure consumption. And as you can see here, we've got 5 different sizes that we've introduced. This is reflective of the engagement for the Azure Virtual Desktop specialization. There is different t-shirt sizing for partners that meet the Solutions Partner designation for infrastructure. And last but not least, I just wanted to quickly touch on CSP profitability to maximize your earnings. So when we think about licensing resale opportunities, it really pays to be a Microsoft CSP partner. CSP incentives are really a key way of how we incentivize partners across key workloads to grow our business. And in addition, for you, it can bring additional profitability to help build your Microsoft business. This slide illustrates how these CSP incentives are incremental and can add up. So within AI Workforce, we have up to 10.75% of incentive earnings for core and strategic accelerators, and then 7.5% for incentive for growth accelerators. So for this fiscal year, the core and strategic accelerators are similar to last fiscal year. The big change that we introduced this year was around the new customer add incentive. This was replaced with what you're seeing here today, the growth incentive. And the way that the growth incentive works is that it applies to our hero products. And it's applicable at the aggregate tenant level revenue growth on those products. So whether you're working with a new customer or you're expanding an existing customer or you're upselling them, those are all scenarios that would apply for eligibility for this growth incentive. And last but not least, another tool in your toolkit as you are having these customer conversations, I wanted to close with our special 20% off discount for new Windows 365 subscribers. I'm happy to share with you today, this was originally set to expire in October, but due to the demand that we're seeing across all channels, this has been extended to April 30th, 2026. And it's eligible across all Windows 365 configurations and all channels. So now is really a great time to position Windows Cloud in your customer conversations while this promo is still available. So with that, I wanted to bring 𝗦𝗽𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗶𝗁𝗀, my colleague from the Center of Excellence, up here to talk a little bit more about the Cloud Endpoints Envisioning and POC engagement.
All right, thank you so much, Cindy. So let's start with a quick pulse check for everyone here in the room. So first of all, how many customers are there in the room? Please raise your hand. Okay, a few customers. Okay, that's fine. And then who here is working to align endpoint management solutions with evolving business requirements, either as a partner delivering engagements around that or receiving them as a customer? Okay, yeah, quite a few. Okay, that's great. Then has anyone recently delivered a pilot or a proof of concept of Windows 365 or Microsoft Intune Suite? Okay, that's great. Yeah, so I see a lot of hands, so that's fantastic. And it's clear that these topics resonate across both partners and customers. And that's exactly what we will be focusing on in the upcoming minutes. So I'll walk you through a practical framework for envisioning and piloting cloud-based endpoint solutions. So let's dive in and see how the cloud endpoints envisioning and POC can help you and your customers achieve secure, efficient, and scalable endpoint management. So what is the cloud envisioning and POC engagement? First of all, it is designed to be flexible and modular, offering a hands-on, consultative experience that goes far beyond a standard presentation. So it includes assessments and workshops to gather business requirements, solution overview presentations and simulated demos, business case development and adoption training, as well as proof of concept for Windows 365 and Microsoft Intune Suite. So the real value here is that our partners provide our customers with tailored guidance, practical demonstrations, and a clear roadmap for cloud-based endpoint management. So whether you're looking to inspire your team, validate technical readiness, or plan for successful adoption, this engagement adapts to the unique needs of your customers. So as we move to the next slides, keep in mind how these activities can help your customers address endpoint management challenges and drive meaningful business outcomes. So let's look at the scope of this engagement and what it means for your organizations or your customers. So from a Windows in the Cloud perspective, we have two powerful solutions, Windows 365 Cloud PCs and Azure Virtual Desktop. With Windows 365, you get a full Windows desktop experience delivered from the cloud to any device anywhere. So it's designed to be simple, secure, and personalized, and there's no need for deep virtual desktop infrastructure expertise. So this means you can quickly scale workspaces, keep costs predictable, and empower users with familiar tools, all while maintaining control and security. On the other hand, we have Azure Virtual Desktop, which is optimized for flexibility and control. If your organization needs more customization, Azure Virtual Desktop offers a platform as a service model that adapts to your specific scenarios. So now a quick question for the room, who's already using virtual desktops in some form today? Okay, I see a lot of hands, so that's great. So think of this, if simplicity and speed are the biggest drivers for your organization, please raise your hands. So we're thinking about Windows 365, so who has already Windows 365 running in their environment? Okay, yeah, that's great. And who is running Azure Virtual Desktop currently? Okay, all right, that's great. So, so you see that deep customization and control are sometimes more important for organizations, while for other organizations, simplicity so simplicity is the biggest driver for your organization. So let's move on. So this is the Microsoft Intune Suite, which is also a core part of the cloud endpoints and visioning and POC. So endpoint management today is much more than keeping devices online. It's about supporting people, protecting access, and responding quickly when things go wrong. The Microsoft Intune Suite extends what you already have with targeted solutions that solve real problems. So in this engagement, we are covering solutions like remote help, advanced analytics, enterprise application management, endpoint privilege management, cloud PKI, and tunnel for MAM. So all these solutions support a larger goal, which is reducing total cost of ownership by eliminating point solutions that either overlap or conflict. So instead of managing separate vendors, you get a unified control inside the Intune console, which you are already familiar with. So what does this engagement actually look like in practice? So building on what we've discussed, the cloud endpoints and visioning and POC is all about moving from vision to action. So here is how you as a customer will work together with our valued partners during this engagement. So first of all, you will start by gathering your organization-specific needs and objectives, making sure Windows 365 and our Microsoft Intune Suite are tailored to fit. Next, your Microsoft partner will highlight the features and benefits of these solutions, showing how they can enhance productivity, security, and manageability for your teams. So you'll design and implement a hands-on POC or pilot so you can validate the solutions in your own environment and see the impact firsthand. And finally, our Microsoft partner will help you to map out a clear path for deployment, training, and ongoing support, ensuring a smooth transition and a long-term success. So now, what can you expect after participating in this engagement? So as a customer, you leave with much more clearer understanding of your business requirements and objectives for a Windows in the Cloud solution. So you'll gain practical knowledge and hands-on experience implementing Windows 365 and Microsoft Intune Suite. So you're not just planning, you're ready to execute. So you'll have a tailored adoption plan built around your organization's specific needs and goals, and you know exactly what the next steps are going to be. And most importantly, you will be prepared to move forward with a seamless and secure cloud-based endpoint management strategy. So this engagement is really designed to give you real experiences, actionable insights, and the confidence to take the next step in your cloud journey. So now that we covered the scope and the value of this engagement, let's look at the overall framework that brings it all together. So the cloud envisioning and POC is built around 4 key activity pillars. So you see inspire, assess, design, and POC pilot. Each pillar includes a set of activities that can be tailored to your organization's needs. So as you see, the activities include the Windows 365 assessment, a Windows 365 POC or pilot, the Microsoft Intune Suite POC or pilot, Windows 365 user training and adoption, and business value creation. And soon we will be also adding a Zero Trust workshop activity to the technical assessment category. Now, the beauty of this framework is flexibility. So partners can choose and combine any of these activities from any pillar or activity category, creating a customized and personalized engagement that matches your customer goals. And also technical readiness and also available resources. So whether you need a full end-to-end journey or just a targeted pilot, this approach ensures you get the right mix of strategy, technical validation, and user enablement. So now, for partners interested in delivering an MCI program-funded engagement, let's take a moment to review the customer eligibility criteria. So to qualify, organizations need to meet specific requirements based on engagement size, like Cindy explained. So for a small engagement, you'll need at least 1,000 seats of Windows 11 and Intune with at least 40% Intune usage. And so for medium engagement sizes, the threshold is 3,000 seats of Windows 11 Enterprise and Intune, again with at least 40% Intune usage. These criteria help ensure that the engagement delivers maximum impact for organizations that are already familiar with managing devices in Microsoft Intune. But for organizations that don't meet these requirements, you can still contact your Microsoft partner or your Microsoft account representative to request a customized engagement tailored for your current situation and needs. So there are flexible options available to help you get started, no matter where you are in your cloud endpoint journey. So now, for customers here in the room, if you're interested in learning more about Windows 365 and Microsoft Intune Suite, you can simply scan the QR codes on the slide. So they will take you to a set of resources where you can explore product details, use cases, and best practices to help you on your cloud endpoint journey. So, and when you're ready to take the next step, you can reach out to your Microsoft partner or Microsoft account representative to schedule a cloud envisioning and POC engagement. So whether you're just starting out or looking to optimize your existing environment, we're here to help you move forward with confidence. And how Microsoft partners can get started. So first of all, it starts with downloading the POC kit. So it's a zip file that has all the resources to help you deliver the engagement. So you can use these resources to get ready and to identify your target customers and audience and to deliver the engagements that truly make a difference. The most important asset here is the delivery guide, which has all the details on how to deliver, and it has step-by-step guidance to run the POCs and the pilots as well. Also make sure that you always download the latest version, as we are updating the content every quarter. So also we are eager for your feedback, so please take a moment to share your thoughts after delivering the engagement using the link provided below on the slide. So question, so what do you think? Do you like what you just saw? Are you guys ready to engage? Okay, that's great. So with that, I would like to hand it over to Sydney for the next part of this session. Take it away, Sydney.
Thanks, Mario. Hi, guys. First, I just want to say thank you. I know it's been a very long week. There has been a lot of announcements and also a lot of numbers thrown your way. So thank you for first just giving us time and attention on this Friday morning. I promise we will make this short and sweet. We're going to bring some of what we just told you about to life through some real-life examples with one of our partners in the room. So I do think we're going to get a couple chairs put on stage here in just a moment. And I'll do a quick introduction of myself as well. So I am Sydney Carey. I own one of our partner initiatives focused on cloud and AI endpoints. It is called Jumpstart, so if you are familiar with that, you see me every month on office hours. If not, we'll talk about that in a second, and we'll get you involved. Not sure if we're getting chairs. If not, we're just going to keep it moving. So I'd like to welcome to the stage Jay. He is going to share with us a little bit more about how Netrix is realizing, thank you so much, how Netrix is bringing this cloud and AI endpoint solution to life. Jay has spent over 25 years in the industry helping customers bring the latest, bringing the latest technology and maximizing user productivity. So thank you so much, Jay.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being here today with us. So first, I would love if you could talk to us about the growth you're seeing in the cloud PC market as we see a strong focus on becoming frontier-first organizations.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've been part of the cloud PC with Microsoft since Project Deschute in 2020 when it was in incubation. We're seeing a big increase in pipeline and closed-won opportunities in Windows 365 and Azure Virtual Desktop. customers are tired of on-prem VDI. It's very expensive to maintain, to manage, to procure. So they are looking at modernizing those cloud endpoints. So we're seeing the AI readiness, the Copilot, and then also with the Copilot security for Intune, you could optimize Windows 365. You get a lot of data, you get a lot of information and recommendations on how to scale Windows 365 for your customers.
Awesome. Next question. What programs or initiatives are we helping with driving this forward in your go-to-market activation, your pipeline acceleration? Yep. What has Microsoft built that has enabled you guys to close deals and move faster?
A lot, right? So when Windows 365 came out, Windows 365 pilot in the MCI program was huge for us. I'm sure everybody's familiar with MCI, which is the Microsoft Commerce Incentive within Partner Center. So if you meet the requirements that Mario and Cindy talked about, you're eligible to get these incentives. So there's a Windows 365 pilot that was available before. There was the Windows 365 Scale program, which was huge for us. There was the Windows in the Cloud assessment, which was big within MCI. And now it's the Windows 365 or Cloud PC incentive or envisioning POC that's available for us. So we're working with the Microsoft field team to co-sell together. And the best way to do that is find opportunities in your existing accounts, then bring them in and build that credibility, and then you could find more opportunities at other customers that they own.
Awesome. How is Netrix helping customers understand the best Windows in the cloud solution? I know Mario shared Windows 365 and AVD. I think anything when we talk virtualization can sometimes shift into an either-or conversation. But I know that Netrix has found a sweet spot where that's not always the case. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Taking advantage of these assessments or the MCI programs that Mario just talked about, you could do an assessment for your customers, right? And Microsoft funds it if the customers are eligible for it. So we do a lot of assessments, understanding their on-prem VDI. What are the use cases? What are the personas? And then we come back with some recommendations. Is it Windows 365? Is it AVD? And sometimes there's both, right? We have a financial services customer that we did the assessment for, and we found out it's both, right? The back office, they like their persistent desktop. They like the wallpaper of their dog or their children, right? They wanted that experience, the personal experience. The traders on the floor didn't care about any of that. They want to log in, do what they do, and 5 o'clock, log off, right? And AVD made sense for them. And then we have a retail customer where Windows 365 was perfect for them. They have 1,000 restaurants across the United States. The back office, the manager, had a $2,000 desktop that he was scanning and uploading invoices to. Now we're positioning Link with Windows 365 at every restaurant, right? It's a $400 device. Windows 365, you know how much it costs per user per month, easy to predict, easy to budget. That made sense for them.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here today. I know it's been a long week for you as well, but thank you so much. And thanks to Netrix for all their work and becoming one of our Partner of the Year finalists as well. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I'll be here for a few minutes after the session. If you want to talk to me about how to partner with Microsoft, I'm happy to help.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jay. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, so we're going to wrap it up in just a few minutes here. As I mentioned before, I get the pleasure of running our Jumpstart community for all of you wonderful partners in our space. So just going to share a quick overview of what that looks like and the opportunity, how you can get started, and what that entails. So over the past 2 years, we've built a stronger and deeper community for our partners and have demonstrated proficiency in go-to-market execution with you all who have differentiated yourselves with specializations relevant to Windows 365 and Cloud PC infrastructure. We're excited to continue that this year. We started in July. We will be going throughout FY26, where we have continued monthly office hours with subject matter experts, bringing you skilling and learning opportunities to the forefront of your agenda. And we've landed the latest GTM activities as well. So much like Mario told us earlier, any updates that happen to those MCI engagements, I get to tell you about very first and make sure that I'm answering your questions, helping you all go and drive forward faster and with more productivity. If you are not involved yet, please know that you can reach out to your Microsoft field representative, and they can nominate you to become part of our Jumpstart initiative this year. So would love to see you all there. Thank you for the time. I'm going to turn it back to Cindy.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sydney. Thank you so much, Mario and Jay. I have to just say a huge thank you to Jay and to Netrix. I love those use cases that you shared with us. I think it really just highlights the different opportunities and where there may be hybrid scenarios. All of these MCI engagements and the package engagements that Mario walked through really helps walk the customer through that. What makes sense for them and based on their specific needs and their use case. So I just wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone. All right, I want to make sure I have the right slide up there. With that, fast follow to Microsoft Ignite, everything that you heard here. I wanted to let you guys all know we've got a partner sales bootcamp coming up. This is happening the week of December 2nd. There are 2 time zone options to attend. I'm super excited about this. We have an all-star cast. We're going to Scott Manchester, our VP of Product for Windows 365 and Azure Virtual Desktop, will be delivering the keynote, sharing his future vision of the virtualization category and Windows in the cloud. We've got our product team also joining us. We'll do a double click on the announcements from Ignite that you heard all throughout this week. And then we're going to close with some selling best practices. Our GBBs will be joining us, share some best practice and insights based on the customer conversations that they've been driving, and also close with partner GTM, some new resources that we'll be releasing. So if you have not signed up, please make sure to put this on your calendar. Join us the week of December 2nd. It's an incredible event that want to make sure that you can get all of your partner sellers up to speed and skilled up on the latest and greatest. And I'd be remiss if I didn't call out a new badge. We also will be releasing a new badge to showcase the competencies and everything you learned from this boot camp. That will be released the same week as well. So I just wanted to call that out as well. Thank you guys again. I know it's been a long week. 3 takeaways that we wanted to close with, both Sydney, Mario, and myself. First and foremost, the time for cloud endpoints is now, and the market momentum is strong. There were so many exciting announcements from this week that put Windows 365 at parity with Azure Virtual Desktop. Capitalize on this opportunity. Number 2, land Windows powering the frontier firm. It's important to prioritize and scale up your partner sales organizations now. Again, join us for the bootcamp happening the first week of December to get up to speed on the latest sales positioning. And last but not least, from a go-to-market standpoint, leverage the cloud endpoints incentives, the promotions, the GTM resources that we make available to you, partners, to help accelerate your sales opportunity. So with that, just key links for all the resources that we covered today to get you up to speed on readiness and enablement, to grow your cloud endpoints practice, help you get ready, create that demand, and grow your business. We have a practice development guidance. We've got partner GTM resources landing page as well. And then when you want to differentiate yourself and upskill your organizations, we've got these specializations that you can pursue. Last but not least, if you are not aware, when you partner with Microsoft, you may have seen this slide throughout all of the sessions this week, but Microsoft offers special pricing for partners on licensing, gives you free Azure credits, and provides personalized technical and pre-sale support. There are bundled offers that you can see that are listed here that are designed to help our partners save money, innovate faster, and increase your time to market. There are 3 packages here: Launch, Core, and Expanded, and they offer increasingly robust portfolio of different benefits. Included are product benefits for Windows 365, and I mentioned Azure credits as well. So if you are not familiar, click on this QR code here so that you can learn more about these different packages. Last but not least, we want to hear how we did. Thank you again for joining us on this Friday morning. We appreciate all of you attending, and on behalf of Sydney, Mario, and myself, safe travels. But please give us your feedback.